can celery juice really help your gastritis? And has it really helped a lot of people who have had these symptoms? What is the craze about celery juice, and why do people actually see results? Well, actually, celery juice can help restore hydrochloric acid and also encourage bile production. Both hydrochloric acid and bile help break down food during digestion. They can help kill off bacteria, flush out toxins, and also bring healing to the stomach. And as we know, gastritis can be caused by a lot of infections from bacteria, usually called H. pylori or Helicobacter pylori. And in order to get rid of these infections, a lot of times you need to substitute your food. And one way to heal this bacteria in order to get rid of it is to eat foods with more flavonoids. Flavonoids are compounds that have tons of medicinal benefits, including anti-cancer, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antiviral properties. So, foods with flavonoids. These are the things that can help with your parasites, with your bacteria, with your viruses. Apples, celery, cranberries, including cranberry juice, onions, garlics, teas. These flavonoid compounds in your foods actually help lower the inflammation in your body. However, a lot of times when you have gut issues, you cannot eat garlic and onions and super harsh foods that will ultimately make your symptoms worse, which is why a lot of people believe that celery can really help, because it doesn't really aggravate a lot of the symptoms for most people, and it also has a lot of flavonoids. Now, there is not a lot of scientific evidence on why celery juice can potentially help someone with a lot of inflammation, but there has been a lot of talk about celery juice and how it's helped a ton of people. There's claims that celery juice detoxes the body and heals the gut, and some people even say that it's reversed their chronic illness. So I had to try this for myself in order to truly believe it. Now, as of today, I'm stepping into week 3 of this celery juice journey. Week 1 I would call a complete fail, because I actually ended up blending my celery juice instead of juicing it, which was a big no-no, because when you blend it, a lot of times it can aggravate the symptoms because it has too much fiber, and a lot of times when your digestive system's a little too weak and you take in too much fiber like that, it can aggravate the symptoms. But week 2 was a lot better. I've seen a lot of improvement, and my acid reflux has actually significantly gone down. However, I would say there's a couple rules on how to do celery juice the right way in order to see improvements. One thing I would say is don't mix your celery juice with anything other than just celery. I would mix it with a ton of water. I would also add a ton of other things into the drink to kind of make it an all-in-one drink for my mornings. Big mistake, and it just lessened and lessened the amount of celery juice that I was actually supposed to be taking. According to the medical medium, he suggests that you drink 16 ounces of celery juice every morning before any food. Now, I have had my struggles with having to drink celery juice every morning and maybe not having it accessible to me. So one thing I would always suggest is have backup. But what I do now is I sort of meal prep my celery juice. I make it a week before and I drink it during the week, and every week or so, every 5 days, I remake it. However, quick note, I would say that by day 4, it starts getting a little bit more like bitter and the flavor changes. So there is a big chance that after day 4, it might not be the best to keep drinking it, but I do make it for 5 days. The other mistake that I made was not using organic celery. I used very cheap celery, and also it was celery that wasn't even fully green. It was almost white. The organic celery that I get now is like super green, and even the actual juice comes out a completely different color, a very deep green. I've seen a bigger difference with organic celery juice compared to non-organic. When I blended the celery, I actually did not feel any improvements until probably the last day, which was the 6th or 7th day of taking it. Some of the benefits that I have felt from drinking celery juice is less reflux in the mornings. I used to have horrible reflux every morning. I also get a really refreshing feeling in my stomach when I drink it every morning, so that's a bonus. My skin has actually changed, which I believe is the main reason why people started drinking celery juice in the first place. They believed that it really made their skin glow, and I can for sure tell that even in the winter, I feel like my skin is a little bit more hydrated when I drink it in the morning. Also, quick tip, if you ever run out of celery juice or you don't have any backstock on it, what you can do is go to the grocery store and buy fresh juices there. A lot of times they have some that have some combinations. I do believe Evolution Juices, I believe it's what they're called, do have a celery and lemon juice. Although in my experience, celery juice has had its pros, there has been some cons as well, which is mainly the accessibility of getting celery juice or making it every week. What it has helped me is merely just with a big acid reflux sort of episode that I had. for a couple weeks, and it's slowly gone down. Now I do plan on continuing this for a month and then seeing how I feel by then. If you guys are interested, I will update you guys on Instagram, which is up here, and on TikTok I'm always posting TikToks about my celery juice journey and just different things that I take on in order to better my health or to just research how to eat anti-inflammatory. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you on my next one. If you have any questions or if you've tried celery juice in the past and you just want to share your experience, go ahead and document it down below, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.